Hello and welcome. Today I am dyeing my hair bright sunset orange using Arctic Fox. This is what I'm working with right now. I'm hoping that it will turn the greenish bluish copper, I hope. My concern is if it ends up just turning like greenish brown, because I think that can happen too, but I've seen a lot of tutorials on people who dyed their hair, who had like bluish greenish hair and dyed it orange and it came out coppery. Sometimes it came out pretty orange. So we'll see. I've got some like greenish blue up here from when I dyed my hair using Transylvania by Arctic Fox, which faded to like a bluish color. But this was my virgin hair, and this is how much hair has grown since then, which is pretty freaking insane. It's only been June, I think it was in June, and it's now the end of September, so it's been a while, I guess. And then I've got, this is the blue and black. Well, the black faded to blue here. And then down here was where I just dyed it blue. And that's faded to more of like a greenish color. So I think this time it'll definitely be easier to dye my hair because I'm only doing one color, but I'm nervous about how it's gonna turn out. So I'm gonna do, uh-oh, the camera's falling backwards. I'm gonna do a test strand. And if I really don't like it, then I'm just gonna dye my hair black. So I'm gonna do a little bit of this stuff, this part on the top, then I'll do another one down here. I'm mostly nervous about this and how that's gonna turn out. I think this is faded enough, it'll probably be fine. Also, if you are gonna do this, it's recommended that you do at least demi-permanent. But I'm pregnant and I don't really want to use harsher chemicals on my skin or scalp, so that's why I'm just using semi-permanent. Arctic Fox doesn't generally irritate my skin. It does make my scalp a little itchy, but not anything that's like horrible. Oh boy, look at how, oh my gosh, it's so orange. Okay, well, here we go. Oh my god. I also hope it doesn't turn like bright orange. I don't really want that either. Probably should have put gloves on both hands. Let me put gloves on both. I am getting a little excited to see how this turns out. Okay, there's one. I think there's still some purple too that does not seem to want to fade. I think the orange down here is really probably going to show up pretty easily. I guess if it's too orange, I can just wash my hair a few times. I mostly just don't want it too orange because I have a baby shower coming up in a couple weeks. Oh my gosh. That is orange.
Bruh.
Okay, what time is it? I think I'll leave this in for maybe 15 minutes on the bottom. But I might leave this up here on a bit longer because that one isn't, of course it's not going to be quite as orange, obviously. Okay, I'm back. It's been way longer than 15 minutes because I did not expect this to turn like legit orange. It's actually orange. I was expecting it to be a lot darker, at least a little bit darker. I mean, it is pretty, but I don't want bright orange hair for my baby shower. So this though, this does concern me a bit because it's kind of all over the place. Like in some bits it is pretty orange and then it kind of fades to greenish. So I ran to Sally Beauty. I got Wrath, which is like a darker red. And then I also went to a grocery store to get cheesecake because I've been craving cheesecake. And then I ate some of that, so it's been a lot longer than 15 minutes. But what I'm gonna do is, for the top half, I think I don't know, I'll probably do separate layers because the bottom half I think is gonna be super vivid and the top half will not be. So I'll probably, I mean, from afar it doesn't look too bad, but up close it's kind of muddy. I think what I'll do is put this stuff up top first and let that sit longer, and then I'll do the bottom half. But I also want to mix this together and see how that looks on the bottom half at least before I do anything else. I just don't know how much to mix. Do I do half and half? The color on the front is way darker than what's actually in the bottle. See what I get if I do like 50-50. I think that's too red now. So add in some orange. Maybe just like a dash of red would be better. It looks really red in the camera. Oh, let's just try it. See how I feel. Just do a little section. Because if it's still too red, then I'll just know next time to only put like a dash of red in there or something instead of half. And then I'll just add in the red slowly until I get more of like an, I mean, it's gonna probably be too vibrant, but something akin more to copper. Orangey red. Let that sit for about 15 minutes and wash it out, blow dry it, see what we get, and then go from there. It's gonna be so much more vibrant than I anticipated. All right, I'm back. It has definitely been more than 15 minutes again. My pot roast was done, so I ate, and then I had to watch USC versus Penn State volleyball and see how that finished because they were in the 5th set. But anyways, so this is how this side turned out. Definitely darker, which is good, but I feel like it's still, I don't know, too vibrant orange. But I think it's just gonna be too vibrant, period. So I don't know how much I should put in because I think it could use a little more red, but if I do end up putting too much red, then it'll just be red instead of orangey. I'll start with like maybe 30% of it being red and see how that looks. But first, let's section this off so I can do the top part first. Just gonna be a little difficult to do since it's all faded. A little bit harder for me to tell. I wish I knew where my frickin' 3-way mirror is at. I think that's good enough. Might still be some darker bits in there, but this doesn't need to be as perfect as the black and blue because it's all gonna be the same color. I just want to set this, do this first and let it set longer I'll probably sit for like 15 minutes with the top part done and then go through and do the bottom half, because I think this is going to need more processing time. So it's hopefully less muddy. Fingers crossed. This is a look. Before I forget, I'm going to put some Vaseline on my forehead and ears and everything to keep some of that dye from staining my skin. I tend to get the dye everywhere on my face. See, look, I've already got it on my neck. I'm also going to put a plastic bag around my neck to keep some of that dye off. Maybe I'll put this on the back of my neck. I never do that. All right, well, sorry in advance, I guess, if this causes a lot of mic noise. Let me actually just turn this off for a second and see how bad it is. Okay, move the mic down, so hopefully there's not as much noise from this. But if I sound a little further away, that is why. Okay, now, let's see. How am I gonna mix this? Okay, I'm gonna start with that and see how that looks. This looks pretty similar to what I had before. I'll just add another dollop of red, about that much. Maybe if I go more crimson, don't know if that changed much. I think if I do more, then it's almost like 50-50. Let's do a little bit more. Okay, I did about the same amount of red as the last time. Looks pretty red. I think I'll call it good there. I'm so nervous. Looks like ketchup. Now I don't know, is it too red? I think it looks a bit darker, more on the red side for sure. All right, we'll just go with that. Well, again, if I really hate it, I could just dye it black, maybe brown. Okay, here we go. And I'm gonna try and not be so like obsessed with getting every little strand like I did the last time, because I think that was a little unnecessary. Take the last of what's in here and just get it really good in this top section. And then a clip that's already got paint on it, so I don't really care. I'm gonna let that sit for 15 minutes and then I will do the rest. Okay, I'm back and I'm standing this time because I feel like it's a lot easier to do this while standing. I've been sitting because my pelvis just hurts from standing around a lot, so, oops, just touched the handle of the brush that's covered in paint without wearing gloves. Pregnancy brain, it's a thing. I section off my hair too, by the way. Upper half, lower half, and then left and right sides. I think I'm gonna do a little bit less red this time. I think what I ended up doing was pretty much half and half. I think it ended up being like this. So maybe not quite half and half. Kind of looks about the same, maybe slightly oranger. Oh, here's to hoping for the best. I remember it looked pretty orange when I first did that test strip, and red, and it still came out pretty orange, even though it looks pretty orangey or pretty red. I think maybe because of that bluish, greenish faded color, it helps bring the orange out more. I don't know. Color theory is not really my thing. I'm going to try to not spend too much time on each strand, each little section. Also not that concerned about my roots because I don't think it's really going to show up there anyways. Okay, next slide. Okay, last section, and finally. And I kind of feel like orange and blue is a bit of a vibe. I kind of like it. Okay. See if I can mix this right, since I don't need so much this time. I don't know, it might be too much red. I barely just have not enough. I've got enough in the bottles, just not enough mixed up, I think. Maybe just barely enough. I just let it set for like 10 minutes and then wash this out. And I'll be back with how it looks with my hair washed out, and might not be till tomorrow till you see my hair all dried and styled or whatever I do. So this is how it's looking so far. A bit towel dried, still super wet. It's a bit, maybe a little more red than I was going for. But honestly, I think that's pretty damn close to what I wanted, surprisingly. It's not nearly as orange as I was afraid of it being, so pretty good so far. All right, here's the result, and it is pretty. It's definitely a lot more red than what I was going for, though. I mean, it looks good, but I think reddish colors pretty much always look good on me. Still think I did a little too much red in the color, but at least it looks pretty and it's not muddy green. Thank goodness. That's what I was most afraid of. This is in more yellow lighting. It looks more orangey in yellow lighting. Yeah. Thank you for watching. If you like this, and eventually I'll do more hair dyeing videos. But if you like this, please hit the like button and subscribe. And hope you have a magical day. Bye.